So the onus is on us as leaders to be able to continue to offer that. More than anything, the employees are in the driving position more than ever before.
Well, and because they have proven to you that they don't need to be in the office to get work done.
That's right.
Right? And you're all set up for it. So for me, it's going to be a really interesting year to see how things unfold with the best workplaces and with regular workplaces as well. I think there's going to be a lot of lessons learned. And certainly, I mean, we've identified, some key ways that the pandemic actually changed Canadian workplaces for good.
For good.
Meaning for the positive and permanent.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so this hybrid work is an example. Focus on workplace mental wellness, whole person wellness. The pandemic has really helped to advance the inclusion movement. Things like agility and innovation, and also companies sort of, the way companies really stepped up to be community leaders in their communities, giving back to the community. I think that has allowed, I think most companies have some kind of corporate social responsibility program, but a lot of them, it's just on the back burner. But with COVID, companies really had to step up and say, yeah, this is our job to take care of our communities as well. And so we saw a lot of great stuff there. And I really do believe, I am, speaking of sort of glass half empty people, I am more of a glass half full person myself, but I do definitely we're seeing evidence of some positive outcomes of the pandemic.
I can see that. And that was another question I was going to ask is, how do you see the remote part of this affecting the average workplace out there? The fact that they have all of a sudden now the organizations, the teams and the organizations are now going to be spread out, possibly globally. How do you foresee that affecting productivity, profitability, and general employee wellness?
So I think we are on a good, I think most great workplaces are already on a good and productive track with a focus on employee wellness and productivity. So I think those boxes are checked. I'll be honest, when we looked at the trust index results, sort of comparing pre-pandemic to post-pandemic, they actually went up a little, and as a benchmark. And that is because leaders, for the most part, if you already had developed trust with your team, you were able to really step up. Your employees trusted you. They would kind of follow you up the muddy hill, as it were, even whenever, but nobody knew what was going on. Companies that started off with lower levels of trust didn't have that luxury. But certainly amongst the high trust companies, we saw sort of a 2-point increase, 1 to 2 point increase in trust throughout the pandemic.